How's everybody doing? You have to excuse me. I wanted to eat something. I'm not gonna be here too long. Just want to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? And really just I think it kind of helps me be accountable also. So first off, guess I'll say see where we want to start at. I think let's start with this. Let's start with the farm. Hold on, let me share my screen. I hope you guys can see this. I haven't even read a post, but let's go ahead and read a post. Let's see what's interesting. All right. Okay. It's not that interesting. My son anything all don't hug me. First overnight single father day. All right. Let's go to this one. So, I'm a full-time single dad of 3 young boys, 5, 9, and 10. I split up with their mom nearly 2 years ago now, and my kids have lived with me for over a year. When we broke up, I left the house, became homeless, and had to start over. I was still paying child maintenance of £400 a month when we broke up, even though I was homeless. I had a job and continued to pay. I was also paying off my ex partner's debt too. Phone bills in my name that were hers, internet bills, car debts, and I finally paid them all off and for a new home in the same town to be close to my kids. Wow. My boy's mom then decided to move a bit further away, only about 20 minutes, and the boys wanted to move in with me to stay in the same school around friends, etc. And from then on, they live with me full time. So I'm going to stop right there and say that, you know, she's reasonable. And that's, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, to allow, uh, to allow a, to allow the man to have his sons is a big deal. And a lot of women won't do that. So that's commendable just off the rip. And from then on, they live with me full time. I started my own company to be able to work from home and look after my boys, take them to school, etc. My question is, what should I do? As a man, I do not like asking my boys' mom for money towards them, but I've asked could she pay towards some food or even do some food shopping for them and bring it over or something just to help support her kids. She does not pay any maintenance. She has the kids every other weekend and sometimes one day during the week. She is about to buy a new house with her boyfriend, wears designer West, but wears designer clothes, and drives a nice Mercedes, but refuses to help support the kids. And I don't want to go to court to force her to pay child maintenance. It just feels wrong as a man for some reason. It's just not the norm, is it? But I think she should help. She should in some way help, seeing as she has money to go out drinking, drive nice cars. She's been on 2 holidays since the boys have lived with me. I just don't know what to do really. Any advice would be nice to hear. What are your thoughts? Wow, that's interesting. That's really interesting, you know, because I feel him, like not like trying to be the bigger person and trying not to seem like he's begging or, you know, don't want to feel like he's not, basically has to beg her. like right, like he doesn't feel like he needs to beg her to pay for her child, and I feel like he's been asking, and so now his only option is to go to court, and it sounds like obviously he's in the UK because he talks about pounds, and they use the word solicitor, and they say go on holiday. So he's obviously in Great Britain, or even a country that uses the pound, which is Great Britain. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's interesting to me. Obviously he needs the help. I feel like, and she should be willing to help. You know what I mean? Like those are her kids too. So if she can, I mean, I think it's a trifling woman who won't do nothing for their children. Like that's the bottom line. Like if you don't do nothing for your child, you trifling as hell. A child that came out of your belly, you trifling as hell, and that's just my honest opinion. You know what I mean? And if you know, you pick the wrong one if she don't want to do nothing for her children, especially if you say she acting like that. You know what I mean? She flossing and going on holiday and doing all of that stuff. So, it sounds petty. I would probably just step to her straight up, and then, if you need it and she ain't doing it, I would probably take her to court, but that's just me. And luckily, I don't have to like I don't have to deal with nothing like that. But if I was in his shoes, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? If she gonna get visitation, she need to pay something. She need to do something. I mean, and I ain't saying take her to court. I would try to be like, can you buy them some clothes when you have them, or you know what I'm saying? Can you contribute something? And like he said he asked if she could pay for some food or just shop for him. You know what I'm saying? And that's a break. Just I don't want your money. You know what I'm saying? Can you just help out? Because kids are expensive. Kids eat. Kids want things. You know, kids. They have doctor bills. Kids are expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like they I got two, so he has three, 5, 9, and 10. Mine are 10 and 13, and they eat. You know what I'm saying? They eat. They eat all the time. They gotta go places. You gotta buy them clothes. They grow. They want shoes. They want Roblox. Kids are expensive, man. So yeah, homie, I feel for the homie. You know what I'm saying? I'd make her pay up though. If she got all that, you got a Benz. Like I can see if you was just doing way better than her. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a situation where, you don't need her little bread, I wouldn't trip off of it. You feel what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't press her. Like, you know what I mean? That's me. But if, she got it like that and she doing all right and she, you know what I'm saying, she doing the least she can do is help. Like I say, I don't want your money. Just buy your kids some shoes. Do like a weekend dad usually do. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up, I saw my dad, you know what I'm saying, every once in a while. But when I saw him, you know what I'm saying, he blessed me. So that's the least she can do is, you know what I mean, bless her kids when she do see them. So yeah, that's my take on that. This is pretty cool. Pretty. That's a pretty good one. I can relate to that, and that's why it's important that you know, you pick a woman that wants to have her kids. I just saw a clip about that dude Chris Sales, who used to be married. He's a YouTuber, whatever. But he done had a baby by a chick, and that chick, he he on the internet acting like a bitter baby mama. So yeah, that's the end of that. We're gonna move on. I would say this, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause y'all gotta excuse me. I haven't eaten all day. And I'll tell you about that too. That was pretty quick and easy. And that was a hit. A crock pot is, something as a man whether you have kids or not, crock pots make it work for you. I'm going to open my charts because my broker is Hugo's Way. Um, I am I'm a believer in transparency, man. You know, like I do this because it's fun and I want other people to kind of know, what's really out there. Damn. So I'm down. If you see that, I'm down big, right? That's my live account. That's a real account. So I'm basically, see, this is Zcash, which is okay. That's that, and that's that. Y'all are seeing the live account, and y'all are basically seeing what's going on in my account. So right now, I'm down a good $100, which is okay because I'm holding long term. Now, this is not financial advice. What I do over here is not for you to, you know, do for yourself because everything is not for everybody. You know what I mean? So you should not trade whatever you're willing to not risk to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like this is real money. It's not gambling. It's not investing. It's not a joke. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that you should take really serious. And it's something that you can, you know, over time get better at. You know what I mean? Like I think that the the sooner you start doing something, the sooner you will get better at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and some things take longer to do better than others, right? Like if you want to be a doctor, you got to go to school for 8 years and then start to practice. You probably don't become a good doctor for 20 years, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of things that you can do that takes a while to become a master at your craft. Even if as an electrician, you have to be in the trade for a while before you become a master electrician. You know what I mean? Like, or, a master mechanic. There's a lot of things that you have to put in work to do. You know what I mean? Like, look at LeBron. I mean, LeBron been in the game for 18, however many long years. So to still be able to play at the level that he's able to play at, he learned from all the greats. LeBron learned from, think about it, Dr. J, Kobe, Michael Jordan, like everybody. LeBron has been able to take from everybody. Even now, LeBron didn't used to just shoot step back threes from the logo. Like LeBron has taken, even from Steph, LeBron has taken steps from a lot of people. He's taken traits from a lot of people over the history to make him as good as he is. I say that to say that it takes a while to be able to, you know, master something. So right now, this is GPB USD. You guys know I like this pair. I'm gonna be completely honest. It really overall it looks like an uptrend. I mean, this is a monthly chart, right? And if you see, you know, it looks like an uptrend. Like the next level is right here. And I mean, you wanted to get in right here, but sometimes you can't. And then if you couldn't get in right here, you would have wanted to get in right here. So let's go down on time frame, right? And then we'll show you that if you couldn't get in right here, you could have got in right here, or you could have got in right here. Or, you could have got in right here. See. Now I would like to see a pullback back into this level, but you might not get one. But for me, this is, this has to come down some and cool off some. It might not, you know what I mean? Like it might not. It totally might not. So rather than be in this trade, I'd rather wait till I get a pullback, or I get like some kind of, sell confirmation, because honestly, rather than wait for a pullback, you could wait for a sell, but you might not get one until right here. You might not get one, because I mean, it's just been really doing its thing. The pound of the dollar is weak, and that's the bottom line. Let's look at what I have on my screen because I want to. So I haven't really looked at Ether or none of that, or Bitcoin. We could take a look at Bitcoin. I don't trade Bitcoin. I do hold Bitcoin. This right here is a sign of a pullback. Now, how far we go is the question. Because the thing about Bitcoin is now there's just large spreads. There's a lot of volatility. Like that line I just put right there, right? That line I just put right there, that's $5,000. That's $5,000. So let's take a look at Ether. They're pretty much gonna do the same thing. Now, you see, these are all trend lines. Now, I mean, could come back down here. If not, you probably it'll have to break that, in my opinion, to continue up. It could range for a while, like how this did. You know what I mean? It could get in here and just start ranging. That's the thing about crypto, is that anything is possible. Now, see, what I like to do is, I'm down, right? Like I'm in a big drawdown, but long term, I'm okay holding this position. Okay, because Zcash still has a lot of potential. Again, this is not financial advice, right? Now, I got greedy because I was in the trade since like here. Okay, so what I did was I went up, I rolled it up, and I took profit. And then when I got up here, instead of closing and waiting, instead of closing the trade and waiting, I bought again, right? Which was not a good move. Okay, because if you look right here, this is a resistance. So hold on. See that? If you see that, now that's resistance right there, right? So, and that's like a big resistance. That's like a monthly resistance. So, the way it's looking now is we could get a retest back to here. I mean, let's just mark this chart up so I can show you guys what I'm looking at now. We don't want to go, we don't want to go way back down there. That's a long way. That's not what we want. Okay. But the next one is about right here. Now this we okay with. This is what we want to see. This is probably what we will see, if you ask me. You know, we might get back down to here and then continue up. Because if you look at the RSI on each chart, on a 1 hour chart, it's already getting to 30. On a 4 hour chart, it's not quite the 30, but it's then came down long enough. So I expect Zcash to come down here and then continue up. And like I said, I'm willing to hold trades for a month. You know, like I'm down big. And I even closed some of my damn I even closed some of my Litecoin position, which is smart, earlier today. So you'll see, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll see. You can ask me questions. Please feel free. You know what I mean? Because I'm not an expert. This is something that I kind of do for fun. Um, and usually crypto, they all kind of follow each other. A lot of them. At least a lot of the main ones. That's why when one goes up, the rest goes up, and when one goes down, the rest goes down. So this was a resistance that I already put on here. We could retest this level, or this level right here. Okay, so those are those two. Um, if you guys have any pairs or any commodities or anything that you want us to look at on Sundays, we can take a look. This stuff that I show you guys is just things that I keep an eye on. I've been watching for a while. I had a couple of options, some long calls that I sold at a loss because it just doesn't move that fast. It's like once you see crypto and Forex, like stocks, you can just tell which ones don't move that fast. Now, this is a level. I've had this here for a while. So this is resistance. So if I'm being honest, Ford might sell off. I can see Ford coming down, you know, pulling back some, really back down into like this. Let me see. Really, it could go. If you see what I'm doing, it could go back down to there, to be honest. So you can kind of look on lower time frames and see what it's gonna do, right? Because if it doesn't break out of this range, it's gonna go down to at least like here, $9, $10. I didn't think that, but four obviously is not doing as well as I thought they have. I had some $13 calls and I sold them. They wasn't shit. Hmm. This is the first pair I ever even really looked at. That's why I kind of still look at it. I don't really trade it no more. CAD JPY. So this is a monthly. Let's take a look at the weekly. Boom. Boom. So see, to me, and this is just the way I look at things. If you paid attention to anybody, I always say support turns resistance, right? So that's the resistance. A lot of touches. So for me, looking at CAD JPY, I would want to see it pull back some before continuing upward. Pullbacks are healthy in whatever market you're looking at. To me, pullbacks are healthy. That's a lot of touches. We can do that. Okay. And then again, I like to swing trade, and that's just my style. Cause I work. I don't have time to be looking at the charts all the time. So once a week, see how your trade's gonna play out, and that's it. Because see, crypto popped for like 2 weeks straight. So I expect that. I do. I just expect it. I now do I want to take this big of a loss? No, but I'm okay. That's over 10 now. That's 20% of my account. Real talk, you know, and it might go even lower, and that's just a risk you take. That's just a risk you take. But I think it's a retest. Now I don't like I said I don't want to see it to go back down here, but if it goes back down here, I'm okay with that because this is also a weekly chart. You know what I mean? So I think if it goes back down to here, I'm okay because it could be creating a wick, and then the wick could continue up onto the upside. Now, greedy over leveraging person would see. I should have probably closed that when I had a chance. Would still try and take a buy, but I'm gonna wait until we get some support. I'm gonna wait till we find some support. So we looked at Ford. We looked at. Let's look at silver because I actually want a nice little trade on silver, and that's what I was gonna say. What I try to do is when I'm losing like a trade like this, like if I'm losing a long-term trade, what I'll do is I'll scalp. I'll try to scalp some stuff so I can add to my account. So I had one a silver trade Friday from about here. No, cause it was like $25. I'll show you. Cause I'm about transparency. Everybody ain't gonna tell you the truth. You know, trading is hard. You win, you lose. You win, you lose. So to show y'all this. I want to show y'all this silver trade. But that shit was just on Friday. Oh, there it is. So, I bought at 2703. So at 2703, and then I got out at 27287. So that was 212. Yeah, that was Friday. That's funny. So we must have got a gap. So what happened? So price must have continued up. So I don't know what time that was. That was at almost market close. Anyway, I like silver. I'm a silver bug. You know, if you take a look, let's see. I've been watching silver for a long time. If you take a look, that's resistance. And then $30 is also a resistance. Excuse me, sorry. I'm so sorry if you heard that. Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. Anyways, we ain't gonna worry about that. So see, this is resistance. It's now it can break through this, or it can kind of sell off. But the thing about silver is once it starts running, it starts running. It runs fast, you know. And this looks like a little gap up right here. So we might come back down and fill this gap before continuing up. At any rate, that's not a good setup for me. Been watching this guy also, and then we'll see if this holds, because if you look on a smaller, I saw this and this was just corrective, and then big move down, and I just don't really see, when I go out to the lower time frames, I think we might get back down here. If you look at it, I mean, if it breaks this, then oh no, that's on the weekly. On the monthly, yeah, we definitely gonna head down. Oh yeah, that's pretty good, because on the weekly it's way down there, 1963, but on the daily, okay, what to say. So where is that on the daily? So yeah, I think this is probably gonna get back down here. I think so. I mean, it's under this moving average, under this moving average, under all the moving averages, really. And then it could hit this one, you know, on a higher time frames. So, tell y'all what I'm gonna do. Y'all gonna watch me. I'm gonna go ahead and sell the peso. Okay. Wait a minute. Now, what the heck is going on? I don't understand. You know, that's what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna get off of here. What I don't understand is what. Let me see something. 2-1 standard. There we go. So, cause again, don't copy me. I know how to pay some, but yeah, I know how it moves. Okay. I've been watching it for a while. See, when I saw this, I thought it was gonna keep going up, but it didn't. So I fully expect it to come down here and touch this by the end of this week. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I can take that. You know, if I'm wrong, it's gonna have to hit all the way back up here in reverse. But I'm gonna get out of here. It's been real, guys. Yep. Y'all know who that is. Shout out Larry June. Y'all have a good week. We'll be back next week. Discuss some more stuff. Check out the market. See how you guys are doing. Oh, before I go. So, what I was eating was pulled beef sandwiches, barbecue, crock pot, chili seasoning. I put onions. I put garlic. I put Worcestershire. Let it cook. A chuck roast, 3 pounds. Let it cook all day. You know what I mean? If you want, you put some jalapenos. Get some nice soft buns, some cheddar cheese, and my son said some slaw. And you in the gang. And I will see you guys next week. Um, Next week we'll talk about some more crypto stuff, like as far as long-term legacy projects. Like besides trading, I invest as well. You know what I'm saying? Like this is, like I said, this is a hobby for me. This is not financial advice. This is fun. But long term, I have a crypto portfolio that I can talk to you guys about. Peace.